What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Cajun Towboater Reviews. My name is Bo, aka the Cajun Towboater, and today we have a Power Rangers Lightning Collection review for you. It is the 5-pack Psycho Rangers, In Space Psycho Rangers pack. And if you don't know about them, they were created, they're 5 evil rangers created by Astronema to, when they take damage, they were supposed to drain the energy from Dark Spectre so Astronema could take over and be the Empress of Evil. They got a little overzealous, they got impatient of waiting to destroy the Rangers. They could not work together, and they were destroyed. They have monster forms whenever they grow, and the Rangers ended up destroying them. They tricked them in by all wearing the Blue Rangers uniform because they couldn't tell who they were fighting. So their spirits still remained, and they were looking for ways to be reborn and take revenge on the Power Rangers. They found their way to the Lost City, where they had a digitizer that ended up digitizing them back into the real world, and they were able to, whenever they took significant enough damage and not grow, they were able to get into their monster forms. The Rangers were able to digitize them into data cards, and that was the last of them until Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, where Deviant got in possession of the cards and gave them to Trekina, who in turn sent them loose on Terra Venture to go after the Rangers, the new Rangers, not the In Space Rangers, the Lost Galaxy Rangers, or Galaxy Rangers, whatever you want to call them. And everything, they were winning till they couldn't work together again. All the Rangers were destroyed except the Pink Ranger. She ended up in possession of, I forgot the name of the sword, don't crucify me for that, but ended up in possession. They got help from the In Space Rangers as well, and whenever they were about to destroy the Pink Ranger, she gains the upper hand with that sword, and she destroys Cassie, the Pink In Space Ranger's morpher, and in turn she gets destroyed by the other Rangers, and the Pink Psycho Ranger, sorry, not Cassie. Well, in order to stop the sword from draining the power, which was also in turn hurting Cassie, killing Cassie, whatever you think it was, Kendrix, the Pink Galaxy Ranger, goes inside the energy wave and destroys the sword, which in turn marks the first for Power Rangers an on-screen death, even though it didn't stick, but it was still an on-screen death for an actual Power Ranger. First ever. So I mean, Fox Kids went a little forward with that. I remember watching that when I was younger. I mean, I was a teenager at that point, but I remember watching that, and that was the first. And like I said, it didn't stick. She came back at the end, but if you didn't know the actress that played Kendrix, she actually needed to go get treatment. She was diagnosed with leukemia, and that's why they did it that way. But it was very gut-wrenching episode. So let's go ahead and get these on the desk, but first let's cue the intro.
We're the Psycho Rangers. We're faster than you, smarter than you,
stronger than you.
Alright, everybody, here they are, the 5 Psycho Rangers, the 5 original Psycho Rangers from Power Rangers in Space. We have Black Ranger right here, Yellow Psycho Ranger, Red Psycho Ranger, Pink Psycho Ranger, and Blue Psycho Ranger. The yellow and pink are the standard Hasbro female body shapes, and the black, red, and blue are the standard male body shapes. I love their designs. They each come with a right hand with force lightning, like I call it, on it. They have the little silver dots painted on them. They each come with one of these, and they each come with a fisted left hand. And they got the little silver painted on them as well. The Yellow Ranger, Red Ranger, and Pink Ranger have their own lightning effects. This is the arrow for the Pink Ranger for her weapon. This is the lightning effect to go on the sword for the Red Ranger. And this is the blast for the Yellow Ranger's blaster. But it's weird because I'll show you all the blaster when I'm showing you all the weapons in a little bit. I have no clue on how to put this on that blaster. I'll have to look it up or something, but I tried. There's a little slit right there that looks like it's the same for the Yellow Rangers, the Yellow Mighty Morphin Power Rangers power dagger, but the In-Space Psycho Ranger doesn't have a power dagger. So this is the Black Ranger's weapon. It's a play off of the Black In-Space Ranger's Lunar Lance. And it's taller than the Rangers. So that's his weapon. And here's what I'm talking about. Here's the Yellow Ranger's weapon. It's a blaster to go off of the like the Yellow Ranger's blaster, but I don't know of a way to put that in there unless, no, I mean, this doesn't go in there. It can't have, unless it just slides in there face first like this. But yeah, see, it doesn't even hold it. So I don't know how this fits on there, but it does. Alright, here's the Blue Ranger's axe. I did notice with this one, but like I said, I have the single pack Blue Ranger as well, so I'll probably end up using that axe. This one does have a little paint imperfection right here. See if I can get a little closer. As you can tell, there's a little imperfection on the paint. But like I said, I have another axe for him. It doesn't really bother me if I turn it one way. You can't really tell. But if I have him on my shelf. Here's the Pink Ranger's bow. The Pink Psycho Ranger's bow. Which looks pretty cool. It has their Psycho Ranger symbol on it. Right here. And what it looks like. This goes right there. To where it looks like she's shooting the arrow. Alright. And the last weapon is the Red Psycho Ranger's sword. I like this sword. I like the design. And it's pretty cool if you can actually turn it inside with this. It's like I said, it's pretty cool. I like the design of it and everything. I've always liked the Psycho Rangers. I mean, what's better than evil Power Rangers? And the Psycho Rangers, they were great. They were more than enough match for the In-Space Rangers and the Lost Galaxy Rangers. But you got the lightning, and goes on, just slides on right there. I'm gonna have so many lightning effects. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at them one by one. I'm gonna do the articulation on the Red Ranger since they all have the same articulation from when I was taking them out the box and noticing them. So let's take a look. You got the Black Ranger. The Black Ranger is the least impressive to me, because I mean the colors are, I mean, all he has is white and black and gold. I mean, doesn't pop like all the other ones. That's why I was glad whenever they created a Green Ranger one for the comics. The Green Ranger really pops off of them. So you got their little wristlets, their gauntlets, their belt with their symbol on it, the gold around, and you got their color right here, his color right there, and on the boots you got his color right there and right there. Overall, I mean, like I said, it's a Psycho Ranger. I like the Psycho Rangers. The black just never stood. I mean, it's just the way that the black blends in with this. I just didn't like it. I mean, but that's just how the season was. So you had to have a bad guy, a bad Ranger, with the same color as the other Ranger. So, all right, Yellow Ranger. So you got her. She looks pretty good. There are a few paint imperfections on her, and it's not that bad. But overall, I mean, it looks good. You got her gauntlets with, I noticed the females are a little bit smaller, and their color on the gauntlets is space with the colors is a little bit bigger. Same with well, these are about the same. See, I noticed the right here, the yellow's off. It's more right here, and you can see more white. But see, this one's a little better. So that's the Yellow Ranger. Now the female Rangers, I had a harder time getting them to stand. Had to kind of pose them a little weird. Alright, we'll go with the Blue Ranger. I do like the way the blue pops off with that black. Like I said, a little imperfection right here. Just a little black mark. Paint blemish. Got his gauntlets. And overall, the detail they put into these are pretty good. I just wish they had a little more quality control with some of the paint, but overall, I mean, they're still good figures. I like them. I like the design. I'm hoping that since we got a Lord Zed helmet, whenever they decide to start doing other helmets besides Mighty Morphin, we get a Psycho Ranger helmet, because I definitely get it. And there's a Pink Ranger. And there's the gauntlets with the pink. And overall, her paint has a little run right here at the top. Let's see, as you can tell. Let me get that glare off. There you go. There's a little paint run at the top, but it ain't bad. You can't really notice it unless you're really looking at it. Got the sides. There's a little paint runoff right here. That you can probably chip off. And this side looks great. Alright, so we'll check out the Red Ranger and do the articulation with him too. So here's the Red Ranger. He looks good so far. There's a little mark right here in the silver, a little black mark. I don't know if that's the black paint or just a chip in the silver, but I do like the way the red pops off too. He got his gauntlets. There is a little paint imperfection right here in the corner. It's kind of hard to tell on camera. On the boots, everything looks good. His back, everything looks good. Yeah, besides that little scratch right there and a little paint missing on the gauntlet, everything looks good. So let's go ahead and get into the articulation. So each Psycho Ranger, they can't really look up, but they can look down about that much. See, that's their head goes up, and then they can look down. That's about as much they can do. They can do a full 360 spin with their heads. They all have butterfly joints. They have bicep swivels, all of them. Can do a full 360 spin. This This kind of gets in the way, but you can do it. Let's go ahead. Right. Got double jointed elbows. There you go. Can't do too much with the double jointed because of the gauntlets. I got 360 wrists, and they can bend a little bit. Like I said, you can't do much with the gauntlets, with the hands and the elbows. Ab crunch. They have a no waist swivel, but they do have an ab crunch, all of them. I think the waist swivel was all. I didn't check, but you can turn, you can swivel, turn a full 360 with the at the ab crunch. They have thigh swivels, all of them, and I did make sure. Double jointed knees. Can't do much with the, especially with the gauntlets on the boots, but they are double jointed, and I know they're double jointed because I can see the little pins. Ankle swivel. Foot can go up that much, go down that much. So standard Hasbro articulation. I notice on some they're not putting the thigh and bicep swivels, but these do have them. Overall, even with the paint imperfections, like I said, I love the Psycho Rangers. They're my favorite Evil Rangers, especially after you look in the Evil Rangers we had with Lord Zed. Those Rangers were horrible. Poorly made costumes. But yeah, these ended up being the perfect match for the In-Space Rangers. I have no problem with them, and like I said, even with the imperfections, they're still some of my favorite figures. I give them a 9 out of 10 with the imperfections. So let me know what you think of them. Let me know if you've watched the In-Space series and the Lost Galaxy series, especially these episodes with the Rangers. You can like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments if you like the Psycho Rangers. If not, how you feel about these figures. As always, you can search Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok for Cajun Towboater Reviews, and you can follow me on there. I'd like to thank y'all for watching and sticking with me, and
thanks for coming out.